Hey, what up, everybody? I hope y'all having a good Sunday. I'm here to talk about this incident out of Detroit with a McDonald's employee. Shout out to 11 T for this. With that being said, let's get into it.
Hey, Tay Sippers, I hope you guys are doing good today. So a lot of people have been sending me the stories over the past 24 hours. I'm getting ready to dip up out of here, you know what I'm saying? I'm back on the road. But I wanted to get on this story before I got back on the road to get on it. So if you guys do not know, this story is coming from Detroit. It's about a single mother of 6 children. And basically, she was a manager at McDonald's. And 2 days ago, she was stabbed by one of her coworkers. One of her employees stabbed her. The woman who stabbed her was a 27-year-old woman named Afeni Muhammad. This woman who was the manager, she was 39 years old and her name was Jennifer Harris. And she had been working as a manager at McDonald's for years. The kids knew the perpetrator. This entire story is extremely disturbing and it takes a lot of twists and turns. So I'm going to go ahead and play the original news clip right now concerning the story.
Everybody, I'm Ruth Brock.
And I'm Karen Asher. We begin with a heartbreaking loss for one Metro Detroit family dealing really with an unthinkable tragedy.
Yeah, Terry, what began as a normal day at work quickly turned violent. A mother of 6 stabbed to death at an East Point McDonald's while doing her job.
And Fox News' Camille Mary joining us live on the very latest. And Camille, we understand you've spoken now with the woman's family, and it's hard to imagine what they're going through.
Yeah, I mean, we were here all day, and then family members started showing up this afternoon, one after another, all coming back to the scene of the crime. She has 6 children, as you said, ages 5 to 20, and some of the littlest ones were here, and let me tell you, it was absolutely heartbreaking.
My mom was a good person. She was the best mom anybody could ever ask for.
Jennifer Harris, a single mother of 6, a manager at McDonald's. Thursday morning, and one of her reporting to police.
She woke up every day and went to work for us. My mama died trying to take care of us.
It happened right before 8 o'clock at the McDonald's on 9 Mile in East Point.
Our understanding it happened near the drive-thru window inside of the building, so in the employee area.
Investigators say it started as a verbal dispute between Harris and her employee. Harris asked the woman to leave, but
She came back with a mask on her face, and the only thing I seen was her head. That's how I knew it was her. And she started stabbing her, and I tried to stop her. It was no stopping her. She stabbed her everywhere.
police say a customer, a CDL holder in line at the drive-thru, witnessed the stabbing and shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the crime. The suspect ran out of the fast food restaurant, the CPR holder getting out of his car and holding her at gunpoint until police arrived.
Absolutely the right thing. He showed heroism.
Harris's family members beside themselves with grief.
We met the lady and everything. I don't understand why she had to kill her. My mama was even good to her. She was good to everybody.
It's just so incredibly sad. The children's father is incarcerated. They told us that when we met with them earlier today, so it was just their mom and them. The suspect is 26 years old, and of course we expect him to be arraigned possibly tomorrow or the next day, hoping to learn more about what led up to this. Meanwhile, Jennifer worked here. She went by the name of Gemma, and she worked here for 15 years. So, I mean, just a horrible story all around. There is absolutely nothing that makes sense about this. Reporting live in East Point, Camille Mary, Fox News.
Yeah, Bill, I know that Gemma and that other person had an argument today. The suspect comes back, stabbing her. But do we know if this was an ongoing fight beyond today between the two of them? Are family members saying anything about that?
They're they're not. I mean, we're going to hear more about that situation at the 6 o'clock show. But from every intents and purposes that we've been able to learn, the suspect actually went out of her way to be nice to the children, all of them here at the McDonald's. They would hang out sometimes here. So you're going to hear more about that relationship at 6 o'clock, but they just can't understand this because they say it's so out of the blue, and what led up to this, why she did this.
Okay, so the suspect was cool with the chick's kids. Okay.
Such a terrible loss, and we feel for her. We just
So this is her Instagram page. She now has over 12,000 followers. When before she literally had maybe like 500 when I went on here 2 days ago. So this is her page. It's just weird, very dark.
Yeah,
But we're gonna
yeah,
get
that IG page is weird as hell.
the spirit of Chucky, the killer clown dog. Her page is
Why
just
Chucky?
So I'm gonna go ahead and play you guys some of these videos.
I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending you home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps saying her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in there and talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on, and then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right, but we are working really hard doing great. It's just the fact that she panicked, and I called her a few times making a mistake, and she tried to hurry up and play it off. Nobody's perfect. It's fucking McDonald's. They happen. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes, like, somebody might get confused. But fuck, it gets busy, yeah. But she needs to stop playing like she'll be making mistakes. I'm catching her. So her all the animosity and shit that she keep putting in the air and stuff, that trying to tell me I'm gonna snap on people. No, that's false. No, I don't snap on people. I don't go in there doing that. I tell her no. I make peace. That's what I'm doing. I've been creating peace. So all that negative energy that she's bringing in there and trying to manipulate it, no, that's gonna stop. All that negative shit she said about, her personal life, all of that. No, she's bringing all that in there and then playing games saying she want to take her belt off and beat somebody. Y'all act like my kids are there. No, we ain't your kids. Respect us. Stop talking to us like that. That shit is crazy. I'm telling you. But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sent me home early, it's not funny. Somebody got to do something about that. It's not funny. It's not fair. It isn't funny at all. So, she can keep being a bully if she wants to, but that shit is going to catch up to her. Because it ain't funny at all. It ain't. I got sent home early yesterday.
So you can tell she clearly has issues. I'm gonna keep playing a few more videos from her.
Yeah, you can see she got issues with the manager.
Her manager.
Then one day she coming in there and talking about some
Yeah, I broke my door in half and I had to pull my gun out.
I wish I knew how many days ago this was on her IG. Because if this here was the case, this here was not out of the blue. If she's been saying stuff on her social media about this manager.
my kids. And well, telling us that, like, the fuck you telling us you pulled a gun on your kids for? You sound like a fucking psychopath. That's what I wanted to tell her. She was talking about some she blacked out. I'm like, yeah, you must have blacked out if you pulled the gun out on your kids. Like, what the fuck you telling me this for? Like, it's just like she's like trying to make it seem like this.
Now, if you're sitting there pulling a GUN out on your kids, you need to be locked the fuck up. I'm just saying.
And she beat over some shit. So fuck what you put down, tell me about you pulling a gun on a kid. I don't fucking just like that shit doesn't scare me. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't scare me. If she does
page. And what you're going to notice in her comment section, she's starting to have a lot of people sympathizing with her. In this video, she ends up saying that this bird is a monster and ends up killing it. But a lot
What
of
the
people are
hell?
really turning her into some type of folk hero, and it's really disturbing. And that's her music in the background. Her music straight up sounds demonic.
So you tell me she took out this bird?
And she has some type of
I gotta pause this. They have clinically said that if a person starts out harming animals, they will eventually start harming people. And that has been scientifically proven. Let's go back to this.
obsession with Chucky as well.
Why do she have a Chucky doll filter? Okay, that's just weird.
And this is probably what got her sent home. She's supposed to be on the clock, but she's making TikTok and social media videos. You can't do both if you're working a job. Like, this is insane.
Exactly. If you want to do TikToks, do it on your own time, idiot. Just weird.
This car down on Eric. I just walk right through the vein and just it got so good. This car down on Eric. I'm just sitting at this park right now.
Yes.
I wanted to I had to talk to my neighbor Wayne again and like clear up everything with him because how I said how like he always like he's always like he always like look at me a certain way or something, and I told him that like I don't want to have sex. I told him that. So it's like, you know, sometimes he would give me something to eat or something if like I didn't make anyone on Instacart. I get that. But I told him like I don't want him thinking that that I owe him that just because he do that for me. Sometimes I want him to think that I owe him sex. So now like after I told him that, it's like he's been crying and crying and telling me he think I use him. Dismissing everything that I do for him, did for him. Dismissing the fact that he had this condition that he's been going through for a long time and nobody can help him.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me. And to walk into my space, still bothering me, and I said, get away from me. Please get out of my space if you don't mind. I can't talk right now, and you still continue to touch me. That made me very unhappy. It was ridiculous. because I know that I'm a great person, and I know I won't be tolerating that. So since they decided to bully me, let the universe show them what's next, because it wasn't right. It was ridiculous, and there will be hell to pay for that, without a doubt.
Here with the Burger King crown, throwing up the devil horn, knowing she works
Burger
at
King
McDonald's.
crown, what?
People are saying that she's cute. She got Wendy's hair with the Burger King crown, working at McDonald's. I mean,
That hair is looking hideous. I'm sorry.
What's disturbing outside of her Instagram page is that the news is now reporting that this is not the first time that she stabbed somebody, that it happened at a prior job. So this woman
Wait a
has a
minute.
lot of mental health issues. She's been
Wait a minute. She done stabbed somebody before, and y'all gonna let her have a kitchen job? Ain't no way in the hell.
going through a lot of stuff for a long time. So we're going to go ahead and watch this updated news clip right now.
$25 million. That's the bonds after the woman accused of fatally stabbing her manager at the East Point McDonald's. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tara Nasher.
Brandon Hudson, the 26-year-old, made her first court appearance today, and we learned this isn't the first time investigators say that she stabbed someone. Fox News' Camila Mary has the latest.
26-year-old Benny Muhammad in court Friday afternoon, charged with first-degree murder. East Point police say Muhammad fatally stabbed her manager, 39-year-old Jennifer Harris, inside the McDonald's where they both worked on 9 Mile Thursday morning.
Prior to the stabbing, Muhammad was sent home by Harris for not performing work duties and told Harris, "I'll be back."
2 days before the stabbing, Muhammad posted a video on her Instagram, which is public. This is a small portion of that video.
But to get sent home 2 days in a row, man, and I came in on my off day to make up my time, and she still sends me home early, it's not funny. Somebody got to do something about that. It's not funny.
Investigators say the suspect stabbed Harris several times inside the drive-thru portion of the fast food restaurant. A customer, a CPL holder, was in his car and witnessed the crime. Authorities say he shot his gun in the air, attempting to stop the violence. When the suspect ran out of the restaurant, the CPL holder held her at gunpoint until police arrived.
Muhammad admitted that she intended to kill Harris, and said that after she was sent home, she drove to a nearby park, decided to come back and stab Harris with a knife that she had inside the vehicle.
Harris, a single mother of 6 and a longtime McDonald's employee, was pronounced deceased at a nearby hospital. Meanwhile, the prosecutor revealing this in court about Muhammad.
The defendant does have a prior instance of at least one that I'm aware that involved a stabbing, similar obviously to the stabbing that occurred in this case, involving a knife.
That prior stabbing occurred in Virginia. Muhammad's attorney arguing
she was in an extremely abusive relationship that was not only mental but physical, that involved alcohol issues, which is where the habitual second stems from, and her prior record.
the judge set Muhammad's bond at $25 million cash surety only. She will be back in court on July 23rd for a probable cause hearing. In East Point, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
All right, so you guys just saw that news clip. So this entire situation is sparking a debate on social media. You have half the folks who are supporting her and saying she's a folk hero. People are tired of their bosses and people being disrespectful to them at work. People are tired of bullying. She's basically being seen as a hero. And then other folks are condemning her and saying, no, this is not okay. She's wrong. There's never an excuse to stab somebody. I personally feel like she stabbed her boss because she didn't want her boss to correct her. When you're at work to work. You're not there to make TikTok videos, to post on social media. And I think that every time the boss corrected her, she took it personally. So now we're going to go ahead and watch what some people are saying on TikTok about the situation as well.
I found some more videos of a finish, and it further proves that this was just down to happen. This girl was losing it and posting it online. Oh, wow. Yeah, we were going to do this sooner or later. And no, this is allegedly how she walked in when she went to stab her name. Her coworker said that they only knew it was her because they could still see her feet. And then here she is again. Anytime she's in the ER talking about stabbing somebody again.
This chick got mental health issues, bro. This is mental health issues all day long. Damn, it's hot.
I mean, looking at her videos alone, you can kind of tell that
I
allegedly
know
she had
this.
something going on
Some of
in
y'all
her
think it's hot.
environment.
You really ain't really want me.
And I just stays at home though. I'm not gonna make a story because that wouldn't look right, I guess. But I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work.
I'm not here to say that McDonald's girl was right. I'm not here to say she was wrong. I'm here to say that's why you should watch how you treat people, and that's why you should not bully people, and that's why you should just be a good person in general. You know, it just seemed like that girl was fed up. She was talking about, oh, she got sent home 2 days in a row. She came in on her off day to make up some time, and they sent her home anyway. And I'm not here to defend that, but in honesty, you don't know what that girl was facing. You know, it's easy to get behind in this economy. It's easy to get an eviction. It's easy to do that. It really is. You know, it really is. And it sucks to say that that mother is sick, she lost her life. But I'm not saying that how she was treating people was right either. You know, because as a former bully, because I used to bully people back in high school, and I sit there and think about it to this day. I regret it sometimes because
I'm letting you know, straight up, be yourself. You know, be the fuck, do the right thing. We all are unique in our own way, so be yourself and don't care about what anyone else thinks. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. I don't need good gotta pretend. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. Accept me for who I am. I don't need good gotta pretend. I'm done playing these damn games. I'm done playing these damn games. I'm done playing. I can't listen to her music. The repetitiveness is just
It's
weird. The
weird.
energy, the beats.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, does she have friends? Does she have family? Who are these people shooting these videos? Because all I'm getting is schizophrenic. That is what I'm getting from this young lady. This is so sad.
That manager was not the only victim. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry she lost her life. Nobody should lose their life. But I just want to say a lot of managers take advantage of people. They do, especially they know if you do the job, especially when you got responsibilities and bills and they know you can't get another job. All kinds of stuff. They will bully you. They will boss you around. They will make it unfair for you. They're going to tell you to do everything because they're very good to it because you did the job. And managers do good to you. They really, really do. There's managers that tell you to do everything and sit there and watch and won't do nothing. There's managers that for some people do easier stuff and some people not to. And then there's managers that stay in the room because they're mad at you or they don't like you and stuff like that. That is so true. And you don't know what people are going through, you know, at home, their life, all types of stuff. Now they're coming to work and y'all making it even harder for them. I'm not saying what she did was right, which she was wrong. She should have never took the lady's life. But why are you at work treating people unfairly, treating them rudely, like messing with their money and stuff like that? Like, we got bills, we got living. And there's people saying, oh yeah, she should have got another job. You know how hard it is in this economy to get a job? It's so hard to find a job, literally. It's not easy at all. And then these managers know this, and that's why they do it to these people, because they know it's hard to find a job. They know they need the job.
Now, I get what baby girl is saying, but my thing is, she was also at work, not doing her job. There's plenty of receipts that Afeni herself posted in the back room when she's supposed to be stocking, you know, getting burgers out the freezer. She's literally making TikTok videos. So I feel like what it is anytime the manager told her, look, you can't be back here making videos. You can't be back here on social media. You need to work. She would get offended by that. So I don't think this was just simply the manager bullying her, talking down to her. Afeni was also the catalyst in the conflict as well. So let's not forget that. So
There you go. You got problems. Yeah, you got problems.
I am seeing so many bad takes, wicked comments when it comes to this McDonald's manager who was stabbed to death by one of her employees. Now I will say this: I'm not going to take away from that employee's experience that she had with that manager. Hell, most people don't like their manager. Most people can't stand their supervisors, right? But at what point does it become okay for you to kill your manager, for you to stab your manager? I'm really trying to figure out why so many people are justifying that girl's actions. The world is becoming a weird place because y'all are normalizing so much shit that shouldn't be normalized. And
Facts.
it's disgusting, it's wicked, it's evil, and I'm speechless. I really am. I've seen so many people basically say, well, she gotta leave people alone. She should be a better manager. My job, clearly, this lady was not well. The lady who stabbed her, she is not well, mentally well. Like, come on now. But y'all are pretty much saying, in a sense, indirectly, the manager got what she deserved. A lot of y'all are trying to normalize unnecessary murders, unnecessary killings. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm pretty sure that girl could have took so many steps, right? So many steps before it had got to that point. You could have went to HR, you could have made a complaint to headquarters, the central office, the regional manager.
Chick, it's McDonald's. What the hell is you talking about?
And then go from there, right? Maybe even ask for a transfer to a different McDonald's. Hell, collect enough evidence so maybe.
Well, tell you the truth, you could just quit. But then again, some people at these jobs can't afford to quit.
Come back. They said she had a mask, allegedly, I'm guessing. I don't know. They said she had a mask on. To come back with a mask, or her face was covered with like maybe a hoodie, I don't know. To come back with a mask and a knife and to stab this manager, to stab your manager to death is just sick. And a lot of y'all are sick just like her for defending it. I am sick. I agree with what she's saying. I'm seeing so many crazy comments on this story. It is insane. People are literally justifying what this woman did, and it's not okay. Regardless if you hate your job, if your boss sucks, and I get it, times are hard, jobs are not plentiful right now, but we can't just go around co-signing a murder. We just can't do that.
No.
Okay, y'all, first of all, I had to jump out of bed to hop on this here. But let's go on these jobs and normalize following the code of conduct, following your manual, your operations, and how you're supposed to do shit. Like, just normalize doing shit the right way. Normalize doing shit out of respect. This one really just got me so irritated because, again, like, I have been in positions where I've done nothing but quit jobs due to how people want to sit up and treat you on jobs. And all I get is, oh, well, you can't quit your job. Oh, you're going to get that at every job. That's every job. You're going to have people bother you on every job. You're going to have people, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with these. No, the fuck you don't. She just shows you how you ain't got to deal with this shit. Point blank here. She just shows you ain't got to deal with it. But coming from somebody like me, my mental is a lot stronger, right? I can look at a bitch and understand, okay, why you picking it? Why you pick me? Why you don't want me here? You know what I'm saying? I'm easy to like size the bitch up like, oh bitch, you just a hater. I come to this bitch, I look good, I smell good, I do my job very, very well. The people here that love me, baby, I understand why you mad. You understand what I'm saying? Like somebody mentally, me, yeah, I can easily quit a job. They quit plenty of us, 95% of my jobs, they clean walked away from the house for the simple fact, y'all don't know how to treat me. You understand what I'm saying? And no, I don't have to deal with it, right? So yeah, I'm cool on it. But y'all walk away, I go find me something else because I trust God like this. But if you looking at your damn girl, who she trusting like this? Oh, okay, her damn self. And that's exactly what she did. She took matters into her own hands. Okay, normalize going to these jobs to treat people how they're supposed to be treated. Okay? And then the sad part about it, y'all know damn well these people stink.
So, in other words, you want to make it okay for somebody to get took up out of here. Is that what you're saying, ma'am? Are you saying that it's okay for somebody to get took up out here? I'll wait.
Managers who hold these jobs down for 20 to 30 fucking years. Literally running the fucking mug. Okay with people coming in and out. They let people go. Overturn rate just up there. Simply because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck how they treat people. Normalize knowing how to treat people on these jobs. Because we are at times like people really crashing the fuck out. They really don't care.
Okay, everybody, so I am back with an update on the story that I put out yesterday about manipulate someone and trying to provoke people just because I'm your manager and my job is to tell you what to do. No, your job is to tell me how to do my job and manage the restaurant and manage the department. Your job is not to come to work and bully me and belittle me. That's not a manager's job, and I wish that a lot of managers would understand that. And that would keep themselves out of situations like this. Again, I'm not making any excuses. I'm just telling you straight facts. I'm giving you straight facts. If that would have never happened, we would not be talking about this. That lady would still be alive today, enjoying her life with her children. That girl would still be at work, and life would still be going on for the both of them. But since that's not where we're at right now, this is where we're at. That young lady is going to have to face the consequences, and she's going to have to lay in the bed that she made, and that's just what it is.
We've all had that one manager that we just could not stand and we wanted to slap the shit out of them. Or if you're a manager, I'm sure you've had that one employee that you just couldn't stand and you wanted to slap the shit out of them. But the difference between us and that girl working at McDonald's who fatally stabbed her manager is we all know that there's consequences for her actions. She said her manager was bullying her. She said her manager was manipulating her. She said her manager would send her home early almost every day.
Something she's a bully. This shit ain't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and has children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, disrespect people, talk to them like everybody beneath her. She has no respect. And like I said, I think girl, she can say well, it's not fun and everything that she's.
So she went to work and she and her manager, they got into it, and her manager sent her home, and she went home, got a knife, and murdered her manager during the morning rush in the front of the McDonald's, right in the front where everybody can see. And I'm not picking sides when I say this, but that girl was wrong. If you are being bullied in the workplace, you can quit. I know the economy is rough, but if it's affecting your mental health that much that you want to murder, unalive your manager, quit. Just find another job. It's not worth it. Or sue your company. As someone who has a degree in
Exactly.
and also has been in a few management positions, being a manager is not easy. You're the punching bag. But also, I've also been bullied by other managers. And some managers, they take this management thing to their head. Especially older managers versus younger employees. There are some older managers that do treat younger people in the workplace like they're kids. And there are some managers that make the workplace extremely toxic. But also, there are some employees that make the workplace extremely toxic. But if it ever gets to this point, just quit. It is not worth it to stab your manager or to stab an employee. It's not worth it.
Oh no, that lady been at McDonald's for 15 years, and McDonald's has yet to release an official statement on her unalive, and should tell you everything that you need to know. It should tell y'all be in these lower level jobs, bullying and harassing people on behalf of these companies that would not give a damn if you die or if you are unalive right on their property. Shouldn't that tell you everything that y'all need to know? Y'all be in these lower level jobs, treating people like the dirt on the bottom of your shoe. For what? For what? And it's really only lower level jobs where you receive this type of bullying, this type of harassment, and y'all downplay bullying so much because y'all are the bullies. That's why I don't feel bad for this woman. I don't. Then she been in that company for 15 years. I know she thought she was running that company. I know she thought she ran that McDonald's. And McDonald's did not even give a fuck to release an official statement. Y'all better watch out how y'all treat people on behalf of these jobs and on behalf of your ego. Because everybody's not playing with y'all. Everybody's not playing with y'all in these lower level jobs. That goes to these call centers. It goes to these warehouse jobs. It goes for these fast food jobs. People are not playing with y'all. And if something happens to you, the company dang sure not going to give a damn. So why you bullying these people? Let this be the lesson. I hope it's worth it. I hope it's worth it to be bullying people. I hope it is worth it. And I hope more people start taking action.
Let me make sure I don't never employ this lady with the pink cat. Because, I mean, if I tell her something that she don't like, she ready to take action. I mean, goodness. Again, like I said, there's a lot of people supporting this staff. on TikTok. It's insane, but you know, I'm just showing people's opinions.
Let me say this, people. Mental health is real, and she looked like she used to get picked on. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, because she is one of those evil-looking people. Look, I don't judge anybody. You hear me? She said that the manager been picking on her, just sending her home early every day. You know what I'm saying? Two things can be true. One, you never know what nobody is going through. So I was always taught to give people grace, because you never know what people are battling internally. Real talk. You don't know if they're getting the proper love at home. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if they being neglected. You know what I'm saying? For other siblings. At the end of the day, but I don't condone in what she did and how she did it. If anything, I would have just moved around, to be honest. But at the end of the day, it's hard out here. So can't nobody tell nobody what how they would have went about the situation. So I don't even be trying to hear that, and I'm not even trying to say, you hear me? I just know I'm fair. I'm not picking no side, because that woman didn't deserve to lose her life at the end of the day. And plus, it's the same lady who pulled out a pistol on her own daughters. Yeah, I don't know why, but it's crazy. But I seen the reports and all of that. Yeah, I seen it's crazy. Man, this world is demonic. And then one thing, the girl, she had a picture of a dead bird. Like I said, we all deserve respect at the end of the day. Not everybody was raised off that, I can admit, because a lot of these parents, they don't teach their kids nothing. They don't even teach them how to be independent. You hear me?
As an HR manager, let me weigh in on that woman stabbing her boss. First and foremost, she has a history of stabbing. She was on probation. So a lot of people are comparing, oh, people get tired of their bosses. That's what happened. That is not the case here, y'all. And I will agree with you. There are managers who take being a manager, okay, the highlight of their life, okay? So they love bossing people around. They love being the cop. But that is not the situation. That woman, to me, was losing it a long time ago. She just wanted a reason. Now there is a woman. There are 6 kids without a mother. That woman she killed was a single mom. So I just want to be careful that the right message is being sent here and people are understanding. That woman could have just quit. In this situation, honey, you could have just quit. She was just wanting to hurt somebody. And now she's in jail and she's going to go to prison for life, as she should. But I just want to make sure that the message, that people understand, this wasn't she was being bullied, hurt, and know the facts first.
The shit people do when they get power. So, I just watched the video of the girl from the McDonald's, right? And, you can tell she a little off. Everybody that's watching the videos is saying that in the comments, like she a little touched or whatever. So, we see it, the fucking manager see it, right? So, this is what I'm not getting. Like, if you, the manager, and you see that you and this person is not clicking, you and this person is not doing well together, why do you not just pay her on a different schedule? Why do you just make sure that she's not working on your shift? Like, it's possible to do this. Why can't you just make sure when you're on the clock, she's not on the clock? Because nobody getting up going to work just to go to work. Clearly, she was going to work because she had responsibilities, just like everybody else got fucking responsibilities. So if you don't like me, pick me on another shift. You don't like me, fire me. So I get unemployment and I can look for another fucking job. But right now, I got bills to be paid. This is why I'm getting up coming to work. Why is this being ignored? Why is everybody just talking about the supervisor and her kids and, you know, how cuckoo the girl is? Cuckoo and all. Bitch, responsibility in life will kick your motherfucking ass. You don't know who I owe, bitch. You don't know you don't know my responsibilities. You don't know nothing going on in my life. All you know is you don't like me. All you know is you got enough power to keep sending me home, but you don't realize I got shit I gotta take care of just like you. I have responsibilities just like you. So if you wanna, you know what I'm saying, be on a power trip and do all fire me. Pay me on another shit. But I do not feel like that was right. I felt like that supervisor clearly was taking, you know what I'm saying, advantage of her situation. She was taking advantage of being the power, the manager. Motherfuckers do it all the time. We've all done had a dickhead ass manager that just feel like they can treat you however they want to treat you. Now that's fucked up.
Now, if you
really watched her video of her sitting in the car explaining about how she was treated, how she was so hungry. I feel like their marriage is a reason to see her hungry. I feel like she has a mental illness. And I feel like people don't realize they have a mental illness until it's gone too far. And it just came out that she has stabbed 2 other people on other jobs. So this ain't the first time. This is an ongoing thing. I feel like she should have never been on that job. And to unalive that lady, because you talk about the lady was bullying you, I doubt it. I doubt it. And there's a lot of people on here blaming the manager. They had problems. And that lady probably seen her acting weird or doing something weird and sent her home. And I would have sent her home too. And then the bond is sitting at $2.5 million. That is a high limit. And that thing needs to be there. But where are all the other people that was treated bad on the job? Where are all the other people that were supposedly sent home and told something to? Because when they tell her she wasn't on point.
Because I'm saying what I want to say and what most people probably wouldn't say, I want to give my 2 cents on the young girl who stabbed that mother at McDonald's. For one, I'm going to start off by saying resulting in taking somebody's life is never the end. It's never the end. But let's be realistic and let's be real. Let's be real. Even if it's uncomfortable, let's be real. As someone who has had several jobs, like when I say several, y'all, I can't even count how many jobs I have, switching up my draws. But as someone who has had countless of jobs and I have experienced being micromanaged, I have experienced having different managers who take their authority to the furthest extent because they have that authority.
Yep.
I can kind of understand why you will reach a breaking point because there has been several managers that I've had and I wanted to put them on their necks. Maybe not take their life, but definitely on their front load. Shrink down to the ground. Because what some people fail to realize and what some people fail to acknowledge is a lot of these managers literally overdo their position. And in some jobs you come with certain rules where you're not going to follow, you still have to work and stuff like that. But let's be real, if you actually work in most of these positions, you know that they are not that deep. They are not that deep. Especially working at McDonald's. I don't care how much they try to push that is a real career, it is not. You are only going to get so far. Literally. So, for me to be walking into a McDonald's every day, and I have hella stuff weighing on my shoulders back at home, whether it's being sexually assaulted, whether it's being raped, whether it's being bills are high over my head and I cannot get above water, whether it's being having several kids at home and I cannot manage. When I come to work and I have to do something that I already don't want to do, which is come collect at a job, and before y'all say in my comments be like, well, if you don't want to do it, clear, go somewhere else, the world is not always like that for everybody. The world is not always fair to everybody. The world does not offer everybody the hand that you have. Simple as that. Or the hand that I have. Me personally, if I don't want to be somewhere I am real quick, which is why I have so many jobs, why I have had so many jobs. I don't want to be there.
Ma'am, life in the world ain't fair. Get over it.
If I feel the vibe, I'm gone. If I feel like something's not going my way, I'm gone. And I don't mean like my way or the highway, no, just because I'm on rules of the job. If it's uncomfortable, I'm out of there. That's not the same for everybody, especially not at this time. Most of the time you get a job, you are forced to stay there whether you want to be there or not because bills have to be paid. You just have to make those sacrifices to make things happen in life. But when you are already reaching a breaking point, and y'all are in the comments talking about you should never let yourself get that far, or you should never let outside influences, you cannot speak. If you are in her shoes, you do not know her upbringing, you do not know what she's been through, none of the sort. So to tell somebody how to manage their mentality, manage their thoughts, or manage what they got going on is crazy for y'all to say. To even tell somebody to seek a therapist is crazy to say. Because a lot of people cannot even afford to have a therapist, especially when a McDonald's employee dies. You probably don't have the extra funds to just go indulge in a therapist, let alone health care to cover it on your behalf.
This McDonald's situation is the prime example of why you need to go to work and act like you got some sense. I'm not saying she wrong, and I ain't saying she right, but read through the lines. A lot of y'all be going to work playing with people like we all wired the same. And for most of us, we are right, but you don't know what I went through before I got here. You don't know what I did through, and you don't know if I'm on the edge and you about to push me. I have so many jobs where people come to work being mean, being bullied, and it's like, you don't even make that much. Calm down. It's not worth the $15, $17, $18 that they pay you to be acting like you're better than people and to be being mean and sending people home. People got bills. To the people who say, oh, the job ain't that serious, she could find another job. Have y'all looked for another job? It's not easy to find a job today. Not in this economy. If it's one thing I hate, it's a bully. I definitely understand where she's coming from. Y'all need to do better.
A lot of y'all are just ignorant. The manager got caught by the right one. That's according to this person here. Maybe that person had stabbed somebody else in the past, right? At a Taco Bell. It's not about the right one. It's not. If you can't handle being told to do your job at McDonald's, then you shouldn't be working at McDonald's. The girl was making TikToks in the back. If you go and look at her social media, you will see that that woman was not trying to really work and do her job. No, the manager was trying to manage. And all of this, she pulled a pew-pew on her kids. Y'all know this how because what? Because the person who killed her said so. No, y'all are looking for a reason to justify a killing. Because some of y'all had some issues with your own bosses in the past, and maybe you wanted to do the same thing. Maybe just leave. People talking about, so, oh, in this climate, it was McDonald's. And we can make money on TikTok. Make a TikTok. That's what she was doing anyway. Trying to go viral anyway. No, the problem isn't that some of y'all don't know how to be managed. Because you get coddled. You get told, no, somebody, or y'all think this is high school mentality. You can't tell me what to do. Y'all signed up for a job and you don't even want to do the job. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't bullies out there. I'm not saying that there's not managers who act crazy. But not everybody is doing that. Just because you clock in or want to check but don't want to work.
All right, y'all. So you guys just saw the debate back and forth on social media. It's kind of sad that people are so desensitized. It's almost like some people are basically co-signing this murder and finding a way to blame this manager. Again,
Yep.
I'm not saying the manager was perfect. I'm not saying that the manager probably didn't say things that got on this girl's nerve. But we should never get to the point where we're trying to make excuses for murder or just saying that, it's hard out here, people can't find jobs. Yes, I get that. But at some point in time, if it's that bad, you're going to have to quit or go elsewhere. But taking somebody's life, it's just not worth it. Now she's about to be in big prison instead of working at McDonald's. So the whole situation is just crazy. But T-Sippers, I leave the conversation up to you guys. Let me know your thoughts on this entire situation.